Hello, welcome back. So, I thought it would be fun to show you guys my DVD collection, and I have quite a bit. I know that they're making a resurgence now, so in popularity, so I thought it'd be fun. And I wanted to do this video for a while now, so I figured I'd hop on here and show you guys DVDs that I have. Not all of them are mine, but a good part of them are. So I love movies, all different movies. I've been watching a lot of movies that are Criterion movies. Just watched the movie Safe, uh, made in the early 90s, mid 90s, with Julianne Moore, and I loved the performance. It, first of all, captured the 80s era of, of the soundtrack and the passion and everything. So much so that I forgot that it was made in the 90s, because it's very much so set in 1987, and it really captures that really well. And it's about a movie. It's about a woman who is a housewife, a mom of one little boy, married, and she stays at home. And it's just, I guess, become very overwhelmed, frustrated with her role as a caretaker and domestic, and all that goes with that. She develops this kind of reaction, allergic reaction, and it just snowballs from there. And what I love about that movie is that it really doesn't truly, it's open to interpretation, which is sometimes one of my favorite kinds of movies, and sometimes they're very irritating because you want to know what it was, and you want the answers, and you want to know what exactly it was causing these issues for her. But the ending, especially the ending, and just overall, you're just kind of guessing, is it this? Is it that? Is it because of a medical condition or a psychological condition? Or, it plays into the women's, kind of how women are treated in medicine. Kind of seen as crazy or complainers, when really they have actually something going on. And I think, So anyway, that was a really good movie. And it's on Tubi, the free Tubi app, which I love so much. So let's get on with it. Let me open this up here. They're all in here. Let me scoot over here. Okay, some of these are video games, so we're going to take these out. I need my glasses because I'm so blind. So we have the Fast and Furious. This is the first one. So like I said, some of these are not mine, but nonetheless, this is the collector's edition of, this is the first one. And I've seen every single one because I've been dragged to the movie theater every time they come out. But I mean, it is really a good movie for a reason. So we have video games in here too. I have The Secret Life of Pets too, which I really thought was really cute, funny. Here's another Fast and Furious. This is the first one. This is the first one. Honestly, you would probably know more than me. I think so. Okay, so this is Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And this is actually from the Best Buy. It's really old. So this is the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, I haven't seen some of these, which seems really like crazy considering how long they've been out, but a lot of them I have not seen. They're all stuck together. So this is Predator 2 from the Best Buy store, the 2-disc set. This is the DVD for Saw. This is Saw, the first one. I'm not a big fan. I am a horror fan, but not of this. Here's another one. This is The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I have not seen this. You can let me know how it is. I prefer the original Exorcist. That's kind of more of what I prefer. I haven't seen that one. So we have here The Ring, which I believe I've seen. But the original is always better. And I recently saw the original one of this other movie. Let me get to the movies that I actually like, so I'm not just being random with them. Okay. The original Amityville Horror is one that I really love. It's very good. James Brolin, Margot Kidder. I really do like that one, and I've seen it up to the third one, but I really love the original. It's excellent. And a couple of the movies that are made around that time as well, but I love that one. And yeah, I love 70s, 80s, early 90s horror, late 70s stuff. It's really so great. So I really love that one. Okay, here's an 80s classic, Child's Play, Chucky. Another wonderful movie. This was made in 88. I've seen this many, many times. It stars Catherine Hicks, she played the mom in Seventh Heaven, the show. And that's always a classic. I've seen that many times. Let's see here. Trying to get to the movies that I actually like. Okay, this is a classic. The Devil Wears Prada. Loved it so much that I got the DVD for it. So the part 2 is coming out soon-ish, and it looks really good. I saw the trailer for it, but I absolutely, this is a true classic. You can't do any better than this. I love this movie so much. And I think part 2 will do very well, actually. So I'm super excited, but I love this one so much. Just the fashion and just the whole personalities and the cast are so good together. I think it was a great movie. it's one of those movies I feel like you could watch over and over and over. You know, I think it's just really fun. And I love anything that these people are in, of course. Um, Anything Meryl Streep is in. I followed her career from, I started watching her stuff she started in. And Hathaway is amazing as always. I've also seen a lot of the things that she's been in before even The Princess Diaries. I mean, like older stuff. And I just love it so much, so much. Let's see what we got here. Just a lot of random stuff. I think it might be in the other drawer. Okay, Freddy versus Jason. I saw this in the movie theater when it came out. And it came out a long time ago. It came out a long time. I saw this in the movie theater. I personally loved the whole Freddy Nightmare on Elm Street. I used to have the box set. That was, of course, a classic, and then Jason, a classic. Can't do wrong with those. But it was interesting seeing that whole thing of them together, and but just separately, those two franchises, I think, are just really great. Um, okay, I'm gonna move on to this side now. Okay, so I just found this is the original. We were just talking about Freddy Krueger and Nightmare on Elm Street, and I was putting back this pile and I found the first one. So I have the first one of the Nightmare on Elm Street series, and it is just a classic. The cast was really great. Classic cast. Johnny Depp. And I really liked this series. Probably up until the fourth or so one, but I've seen all of them. And I mean, wow, this is just a classic horror. And wow, so I have this one. I don't have any more, but I used to have the box set. Who knows where it is now? But I just wanted to show you that. Also, I was putting this stuff back. This is another one that I loved so much that I bought the DVD for, and it's The Holiday. Classic rom-com. I love it so much. Great cast. I love anything that has Kate Winslet anyway. I just finished watching for the second or third time Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And so I love this one so much. And of course, Cameron Diaz, just everybody. Jack Black is so awesome. Jude Law, love him so much. I just watched his Criterion Closet pick video, and he's awesome. So this is one that I think you can also watch over and over again. It is classic rom-com from a great time period. It's really needs, movies like this need to come back. We just need a good classic rom-com again. We just need to go back to how movies were. But I love this one so much. Get a chance to see this. Because it's really lifts your spirit. And I think it was just really well done. And everything about it was just really entertaining and comforting and uplifting, and great cast. Classic group of people that I've seen other things, obviously, that they've been in as well. But I think it's great. So I wanted to just kind of come on here real quick as I was going through and putting these back. I wanted to just mention these because, yeah, I love them so much. that I could watch it over and over and over. Oh, here's another one. So I'm putting these back and I'm seeing them. Man on Fire. I've seen this so many times. This is a classic. Classic. Denzel Washington. I mean, everybody. It's just such a great movie. Just such a great movie. Um, and just so sad and so just, it's really good. It was really, really good. I've seen this several times. Not in a while. I haven't seen this in a while, but I've seen it several times. And I think it's just so good. Just really good. Christopher Walken, Dakota Fanning, as a little girl. I mean, wow, just classic film. And yeah, I've kind of missed a couple because I've kind of thrown them all together. This is the Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift one. See this one? It's one of the first ones. I don't know. I honestly don't. But it's set in Japan for this one. Usually it's in LA. And action packed, This is the Casino Royale. This is a really good one. I think I've seen this one. Judi Dench. Has the Chris Cornell from Soundgarden. I guess it has a music video on this DVD. He did the soundtrack to this movie. So this is the 2-disc one. But anyway, this is a really good one too. And let me get to the other side of this, because I think I've mentioned everything I wanted to mention in this side. Okay, here we are at the other side of this cabinet, and I already found one that I've seen many, many times. I just love so much. That is Lakeview Terrace. So there's so many things going on in this movie. I think it was just a phenomenal cast. Phenomenal. Everything about it was just so good. I love this movie. I've seen it several times. Seen this many times. It's a classic movie. I really like this one. Okay, I'm gonna just see what I got in here. Okay, so we got Red. This is a really good one that I've seen a while ago. It's been a while, but it has excellent A+ cast. Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, John Malkovich, Helen Mirren. It's one that I've seen quite a while ago, but it's definitely one to check out. It's just like action-packed, really fun, really good movie. Oh gosh. So I was kind of late bloomer in terms of getting into these kinds of movies. I didn't really get into them that much when they first came out. But The Hangover is kind of a classic. I've seen. So Netflix had, probably about a couple months ago, they had they had all of them on their thing to watch. So I actually did sat there and watched all of them. Just, I've never seen that kind of, stupid comedy before. There's just something about, I really like the no-brainer, stupid, just sit there and waste time, watch these movies. This is a classic for that, right? I actually also recently saw, for the first time, Step Brothers, which again is that stupid comedy, I like that. To where you can just watch something and it's just whatever. You don't have to think about it, I like that. Let's see here. What do we have? Heat with Al Pacino, Robert De Niro. This is a classic, great film, action, great cast. Tom Sizemore, Ashley Judd, all the great people. Um, and the late Tom Sizemore unfortunately passed a couple years ago. I'm not even sure how long, 2 or so years ago. But he was great in so many things. So this is definitely one to check out. Let's see what we got here. Okay, like I've seen, or like I was mentioning earlier, the original Exorcist. I have it. I don't even know what I have. See? So this is the original Exorcist, a version you've never seen. Yeah. So, it's just one of those classic horror movies that you just have to see. Even if you're not even a fan of horror, it's just kind of like so part of, you know, that realm that you just have to give it a try. Let's see here. Got some video games in here too, but as you can see. Oh. Okay, I haven't seen this in a while. Vacancy. This is a really good, scary, psychological, scary one. Kate Beckinsale, Luke Wilson. They're kind of like trapped in this hotel room, just kind of like getting away from the bad guy kind of thing. So, yeah, it's really good. Okay. I've seen a lot more movies that are actually in this collection. Oh, okay. So, I love playing pool, billiards, I love it so much. But my favorite pool movie, you ready? The Color of Money. Oh my god, you can't do any better than this. Wow, I've seen this. Oh my god, the soundtrack to this is amazing. The actors in this are incredible. Of course, this follows when Tom Cruise teams up with this guy who used to be quite well known in playing billiards. And of course, Paul Newman was in he plays Fast Eddie Felsen. He also did the other billiards movie. And so basically, they just get together and and Paul Newman pretty much builds Tom Cruise's career. I was just reading Jerry Maguire. I've seen that too. And even the woman in this, Mary Elizabeth Mastromarino. She didn't take a shot in the entire movie. She didn't play in the entire movie, but she just oozed sensuality, and she was just a bad ass lady, even still, Great movie, classic. I mean, it's classic film in general with the people in it, but it is a must see if you enjoy playing pool. I've seen it like 10,000 times. I love it so much. And it's just a classic, and I've seen pretty much every pool movie out there. And of course, Paul Newman's character, he originally was in The Hustler. And so this basically follows with him being a resurgence of his career through Tom Cruise's character in kind of getting him through the circuit and, Paul Newman realizes, hey, this kid's pretty good. He's going to help me. I'm going to use him to get to where I want to be again through helping his career. So it's just really classic movie. Um, Pool fans out there, just fans in general, these people. It's just, yeah, you can't do any better than this. I, okay. Of course, the original Resident Evil I've seen many times. This is a really good one to check out. It's been a while since I've seen it. But so, like I said, I don't have a lot of DVDs in terms of what I actually like to watch. I need to build my collection again. And kind of get away from the whole streaming apps. But I have seen a lot of great movies recently on the Tubi TV app, Tubi app. It has an incredible amount of stuff on there. You're almost wondering how they're getting away with it. It's completely free. Ads, yes, but it's completely free. So what I like to do is watch the Criterion Closet episodes, videos, the different actors and directors coming on there and telling you what their favorite stuff is. And I go on there and see if it's on the Tubi app, and surely enough it is. So it's really been a great way to discover movies that I have never seen before. And so I love it so much. I'm actually gonna go through. I think I've showed you before. Some of the movies that I have on there. So I'm gonna have my Tubi list here, but I just want to mention another great movie that is on this Tubi app is My Dinner with Andre, starring Wallace Shawn, and he played the English teacher, named Andre Gregory, I think his name. But Wallace Shawn played the English teacher in Clueless, and he was also in that other one. I go bad when I can't remember. I go guilty, but that is like, oh my gosh, do you just love, like, it's kind of those movies where you just find someone to talk to about all life's things, questions about life, or just certain like viewpoints on situations or stories to share. So it's that kind of movie where these two people just like sit there at dinner and discuss all this stuff about their travels and their journeys in theater. They're both actors, directors, and life's questions, all these little things, big things. So it's definitely just like one of those movies that makes you think and think about what they're talking about. It's just a really great movie too. But I just want to kind of share with you really quickly because unfortunately I don't have a lot of DVDs. Unfortunately, let's see here. I also have. I just love this app because it has so many different things. What else? I guess just a lot of Christmas movies too. I've been watching Christmas movies too. So I was recently watching. So Melancholy, starring Kristen Dunst and so Kiefer Sutherland, the other guy. But it's a movie about this lady who's getting married, and she notices that there's a star in the sky getting closer and closer. And basically, it's like an end of the world kind of a movie where it's very interesting, the beginning of it. And they're just basically how they personally deal with the different characters, how they deal with that whole end of the world situation where there's something coming at the earth and how they deal with it all very differently. And it's very interesting. Um, so let's see. So this is the one for safe. It's on there. Okay, so this is a Criterion movie. Paris, Texas. I just recently saw that one. That is really, really good movie. That is a really, really good movie about this guy who basically has a he disappears. He kind of walks away from his family for X amount of years. But a family member finds him, and it's just about kind of hoping that he would be together with his family again. But I think he just basically feels like more comfortable just separate and away from that, and he knows that he's just messed up so many times that he just wants to give his son just like a fresh start and just kind of separate from them. So he just helps the son find his mom, and just it's really good. Slow burn kind of movie, but it's really good. Dean Stockwell. So it's just about rebuilding the pieces of his life, and it's a really good one. So there's so many out there that I could talk about, but personally, I don't know if that's something that people want to actually see. Okay, and I've said this so many times. Tender Mercies of the late, recently passed away Robert Duvall, and I talked about this movie yesterday actually because I'm always talking about it, I'm always thinking about it because I love it so much. It's another kind of movie where in Paris, Texas, a guy just kind of finds his own. This is another movie. Tender Mercies, where a guy's finding his own and finding his place in things and people and family, and kind of someone who kind of separated themselves from their family only to be able to be inspired again to try again and live again and start anew. And it's just another inspiring movie that really, 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 really good. Really, really good cast. Really great soundtrack. Custy, country western music, and he does sing quite a few songs in the movie that I'm always have in my mind and always singing because I think it's just a great, great movie. So there's so much out there, but unfortunately, I don't have a lot of physical media anymore. Um, but that definitely needs to change because it's so wonderful to be able to actually have it versus wondering, which app has it. It's kind of getting kind of old. So I think we're veering away from that, thankfully. And finding the resurgence of physical movies, like physical media again. And that's great because there's nothing better than actually having it and actually owning it. And not wondering if the 5,000 streaming apps have it. That's not freedom, that's not good. So I think hopefully we'll see more of that because it's really important. It's a great thing to have. So anyway, I just wanted to show you guys my movies and talk about movies because it's important. Movies and music. Movies and music for me are just two things that just really take an emotional standpoint and just they stick with you, you know? Some movies just stick with you forever. And the cast and the characters and the soundtrack is just so personalized. Just like music is so personalized, you know? So I think it's really important to be able to build your little collection and find what means a lot to you and try and find yourself in these movies too, you know? So, just wanted to share with you, talk with you a little bit more about my collection and interests, and that's another great way of getting to know me as well. So, I will let you guys go. I hope you enjoy kind of learning a little bit about the movies that I love, and hopefully you found a movie that you want to check out for yourself. So that's always a good thing. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful, safe, great day. Bye bye.